Pratik joined in batch 8 and in 4 to 6 weeks he cleared. And interestingly, he booked an exam because he was unable to get a date. He was ready 3 weeks back. And I was pushing him, why? Why you didn't took the date in the month of September? And he told me, I don't want to give exam online. I want to do in center. And in center, this was the nearest date. So he went there. He crashed the exam with all above target. So Pratik, first of all, congratulations. And for
Thank you so much.
yeah, guys, I want you to ask all the question as you can. But before that, I want Pratik, in your way, share your journey, whatever the way you like. Please go ahead.
Okay, so basically, I thought of clearing the PMP exam this year, and I started conceptualizing it somewhere in January. And like everybody, I googled it and joined some course on Udemy. But somehow 6 months passed, and I wasn't actually able to progress much on it. I went through some of the YouTube contents of Amir sir, and then it is at that moment when I realized that I really need somebody to be there with me throughout the journey, and that is how I came across his YouTube link. And in one of the coaching calls, also before joining the class, I attended his coaching calls, and I was really impressed with the way he handled all his students. So that is what motivated me to join him. And one thing is for sure, you don't have to think anything else, just whatever he says, keep doing that, and definitely the success will be yours.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Pratik, since a lot of new batch 10 students are there, straightforward, my
Yeah.
first question. How important is root cause analysis or lesson?
Yes, it is very important because if we don't do that, we would be keep on making the same mistakes. And it's a very famous line ki you are allowed to make new mistakes, but don't make the old mistakes again.
Oh,
So keep doing the root cause analysis, and it will actually really help you.
okay.
Don't go into making the Excel file very difficult. Just put the question number and write down for each question what you learned, so that at the D day you have a list of just core bullet points to go through and read. It will really help.
Just make as much as you need. Don't go into the nitty-gritty and waste your time. Yeah. Pratik, a
Yeah,
second
right.
question. Since you are in the coaching call, and I guess you have joined all the coaching calls, how important
Yeah, more or less all.
how important is
Yeah,
coaching?
coaching call is also very important because see, if you go through the lectures, your fundamentals will be clear. But in the exam, there's another very critical aspect of being able to answer the question and have a clear thought process of how to arrive at that particular answer.
Hmm.
So, because if you go through the options, no, it's not that all the options are wrong. All the four answers are correct, but how to arrive to the most correct answer is what is taught during the coaching calls. Once you see Amir solving the problems, all you have to do is to just enact him in the exam scenario. Just think that you are Amir Ali and you are trying to solve the problem. How you will solve, you will get the answer.
Thank you for that. I will take it as a compliment that everyone want to become Amir. Okay, let's keep forward on this thing. And a very important thing. Now, since these people are new, they don't know about this thing. What is follow-up and how much important that is?
No, follow up is actually very important. I will tell just 3 days before the exam, also, I was, a little behind my planned schedule. I wasn't able to match up, but, Amir's follow up is such in a way that will actually motivate you to work. We as project managers also in our teams, we do follow up, but there is when Amir follows up, no, there's a lot of emotional connect also in that follow up, because then if you don't deliver, you sort of feel that no, I have to do this and show Amir that I am on track. So that is something we should learn from him, and also it is very important in our whole
Yeah,
PMP
the
journey.
first year. Yeah. Okay, Pratik, now let's talk about the exam. The first and most important thing, how did you manage time in the exam? Time management is critical. So how did you manage that?
Yeah, so time management was not a very big issue in the exam. I made it a point that I read slowly the question and I read it only once.
Mhm.
So the first, after I completed the first 60 questions, I was left with around 162 minutes odd.
Mm.
Then I took the 10-minute break, and the second section, after completing the second section, I was left with around 82 minutes, something in that range. And then the last section also went pretty smooth. And I took both the 10 minutes break and I tried to relax myself,
Mm.
eat some dates and chocolates in between. So it
Yeah,
was smooth that way.
it was smooth in that way. No problem, no challenge into that way. Yeah, that's good to know.
No challenge.
Okay, what would be your advice to those people how they can prepare for their exam? They're just starting out now.
Yeah, as I actually told in the very beginning, since you are a part of Amir Ali's program, so have that confidence in yourself that you will 100% clear PMP. Point number one. And having said that, all you need to do is just follow your roadmap, do all the questions, thoroughly do the RCA, and join the coaching calls. If you are able to do that, 101% you will be successful.
You will be successful. Okay, which topics were more dominant in the exam?
More dominant, I would say agile, team, stakeholder, and risk,
And communication.
and communication. Yes,
Okay, so same thing which we have been discussing for last few
yes,
months. Stakeholder communication, team, agile, and risk is the heart and soul of PMP exam, right?
right.
How long the question were? Four liner, five
The
line?
questions were lengthy actually. The questions were lengthy. Uh, at least two sentences were just extra part of the question. I mean, they didn't actually added any value to the questions, but they were made in such a way so that you waste some time into reading it
Mm,
actually. So the questions were lengthy. If you convert that question only in Google form, it will come out to be around 6 7 lines odd, I guess. The
mm,
questions were lengthy actually.
mm. Okay, okay, that's
But
really
also, as somebody had said before, since the way the exam screen looks, the graphic user interface looks, the question comes completely on the screen. So in question, you would feel it is only 3 lines, but if you compare it with Google Forms, it would be around 6 to 7 lines.
hmm. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
that's you guys. Any numerical question?
Yes, one numerical question.
And
One
that was
numerical question.
part
Correct.
analysis. Okay.
Per.
Any question on critical path?
No,
No question.
no
So
question on critic.
did you use the marker? We can actually mark them as I am marking the questions. We can mark. Did you use the
Yeah.
marker in the?
No, I didn't use the marker. I didn't use the marker. I didn't need it actually.
Hmm. You didn't need it actually. Okay, that's
Yeah.
good. What was your score on the mocks and the pet? That's a good question. G, what was your score?
Uh,
You said 13 topics. What was your relevant score normally?
on an average, I was scoring around 75 on an average, if you see.
Hmm.
So I think around 75% I was scoring around each of the mocks. Somewhere good, somewhere. Every mock was definitely above 70, but on an average, if you see, it was around 75.
But that was after you went through the root cause analysis, and that
Yeah, yes,
talking
yes,
about the later part of that. Okay, if we go back,
correct.
there were some up and down. Of course, stakeholder was,
Yes, yes,
of course, communication
yes.
was challenging.
Communication.
Yeah, communication was challenging. Okay, Ji. Okay, and if I can show his scorecard, that everything, every question will be different into that way. Okay, you need to put into that. He did had some topics with 58% score, with 60, 64% score, but he did the root cause and went towards that thing, and that was the most important thing. Achaji, most difficult thing you faced in the exam that you want to tell, or any mistake you did, don't want us to do. One thing I will highlight: he booked the exam very late. He would have been PMP by September. Okay, please go ahead.
Okay. So, see, another thing is, if you are Amir Ali student, please know that you will be 100% prepared before giving your exam. So, when I went for the exam, the only thought process was there in my mind that I have to read and understand the question only once. I should not keep on reading it multiple times. So, I have to slow down and read. So if you are able to master that art, your time management will be you sorted that way.
Hmm.
So only thing is that don't keep on reading the question multiple times, because that will waste your time. Ensure that you read slowly, understand, and go for the answers.
Hmm.
Go for the elimination technique rather.
But okay, yeah. So what he was saying, anything that any mistake, because when you look at the journey now, of course there must have been some mistake. So any mistake,
Yeah. So
yeah.
yeah. So what initially I used to do was that I directly used to read the question very quickly, and that used to, I used to miss some of the nuances which is there in the question. So I feel ki reading the question slowly is an art in itself. When you are reading it slowly, you are not actually wasting time, you are making the most out of it. So initially I used to read the questions very fast and I used to make some small errors, which later on I used to, while doing the RC, I used to realize ki yaar, why this mistake I have made. So, just read the question slowly. Don't think that you are wasting time. You are creating more value to your time.
Okay, that's a good point here. So did you had any story point calculation? I don't think so.
No, no, no.
So two
The only difference was there was two match the following kind of a thing,
drag and drop,
question.
two drag and drop.
Yeah, yeah, drag and drop, and one port.
Yeah. So
And a lot of questions were on moving from a traditional organization to a adaptive or a
okay.
agile.
Okay. Is there any passing percentage? Nasir, PMI does not share, but you can consider if you are getting 70% in my mocks, which later on you will do people process, that is more than enough. Did you go back to solve, do any unsolved question like the mark question, or did you leave any question? There is no negative marking. So
No, no, no. I absolutely did nothing like that. Whatever question came, you just play it.
okay, keywords marking possible. Yes, Imad, you can mark keywords possible. Okay, so Harun has a very beautiful question. Let's compare the difficulty level of the mocks. I will put a better question. 180 question of mock 4, 5, 6, and compare it with the exam. How difficult was the exam compared to mock 4, 5, 6, or 180 questions?
Actually, if you see mock 4, 5, and 6, they are of a much difficulty level,
Mhm.
I feel.
Mhm.
And the exam is not that difficult.
Okay, so that's a good thing.
So mock 4, 5, and 6 is more difficult, but mock 1, 2, and 3 is a little easy. So somewhere between mock 4, 5, and 6 and 1, 2, and 3 is
Yeah.
the exam.
Yeah. Interestingly, I have changed the mock 3 on simulator. Now mock 3 is more difficult even than mock 5 and 6. So don't say that the people will be do and say what happened here. Mock 3 is more difficult now. Acha ji, so Ahmad is asking a very beautiful question, which we had a multiple discussion. What was your recipe to remain mentally perceptive and concentrated consistently for such a long time? In my words, how did you calm yourself?
See, basically, that thing actually comes from all of us. We all want to become the PMP. So that thing was definitely there inside me. And, the kind of appreciation that you will get once you are PMP in your organization, in your circle of peer group, that is something to actually be very happy about. So to achieve that goal, you just keep going, keep going. That's it.
You keep going, you want to see yourself as a certified PMP,
Yeah.
and that is the reason why you need.
So in my organization, like after each name, they will put PMP registered. So I always used to look up to my seniors and I used to wonder, one day my name should also appear like this.
Now you
And
can.
after the exam, when it came, actually, it was a very happy moment for me.
Okay. I have a habit of highlighting. Yes, you can highlight that thing. Number of mocks question done per topic by you. He did all the mocks, Bilal, that I gave him, the same roadmap that you have. As you continued solving question, were you gaining confidence? Like as you were moving, so were your confidence going up or down? How you were going?
Yeah, so as already just now Amir told that if you are scoring 70%, then you are pretty much in a good shape. So as I started doing the questions and as I kept on doing the RCA, I kept on getting a score in the range which was considered to be good enough by Amir and his team. So that itself gave me a confidence that okay, I am on the right path. And also during these coaching calls, my thought process, whether it is getting aligned to the thought process which Amir wants us to have, if you are also having the same thought process, then in that case also you can see that you are on a right track.
You're on the right track. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, as you, Pratik, anything else as a final words you would like to share? I really loved how you asked the question. G, anything else you would like to share?
No, that's it. I think from my side, I would actually wish everybody all the best, all my peers in this particular forum, and just trust yourself and trust in the whole process. You are with Amir Ali, you are sorted, you are all definitely PMPs. Just keep following the roadmap. Just do that. Taking time out of the busy schedule is a tough part. We all understand that, but just to see that PMP after your name, registered PMP, please do it for the next 2 to 3 months, and we all will be PMP.
And we all will be PMP. Thank you very much for that, Pratik.
Yeah.
I wish you best of luck. Now, you know that the most important part, two things. Each one, teach one is the name of the game. Now I will be adding these people to the main PMP aspirant group. And you know how active that group is 24/7.
Yes.
Question answers are there. Bombardment. So as Vinik is doing, as now Justice who cleared PMP, he's very active. I need your support also that when they will ask very basic question, please be patient with them because you know you have been through the journey and some questions will be very basic. And the next thing, please make 10 questions for PMP marathon. You know I will be using that. With that, thank you
Yeah.
very much. Karthik, I wish you best of
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
luck. Okay, guys. So that was Pratik who joined us to share his journey. Now let's go back and let's solve our question answers. How we do that.